Hello guys, welcome to Nothing New But Special. In this episode, we are going to see biochar preparation. On the screen, you can see the list of materials needed for making biochar. Coconut shells, wooden logs, a grill where you can start the fire, and some fire starters, water hose for a safety. Before we jump into the process of making biochar, let us see what is biochar all about. Biochar is one form of carbon. Biochar, charcoal, and activated carbon are three different forms of carbon. So, if they are all carbon, how do they differ? They differ how they are used as the end product. Biochar is mainly used for agriculture. Charcoal, it is used for heating and cooking, and activated carbon for filtration and purification. Biochar and charcoal are associated mainly with wood, while the activated carbon can also come from materials that are not biomass. As you see, this is my grill which I am going to make use of it today to make a biochar. I have dumped my wooden logs and topped up with coconut shell on top of it. My wife buys a lot of coconut for cooking, so I started collecting all the coconut shells for making this biochar. Let's start the fire and start the coconut shell and wood logs burning. Wow, you see how the fire came out? That's why I want to make sure you are very cautious enough while doing this process. Let the coconut shell and wood logs burn. During this process, oxygen from the air is used as a fuel for burning the coconut shell and wood logs. Due to the mass difference between the coconut shell and wood log, coconut shell will burn first. Now you can see the coconut shell. I don't want to lose the biochar from coconut shell. So what I am doing is I am collecting the burnt coconut shell and dumping into water. When you dump into water, oxygen is completely cut off and it creates a biochar. Now you can see my wooden logs are burnt enough. I am flooding it with water to cut the oxygen completely. So basically, biochar is nothing but when a wood particle is burnt before it turned into ashes. If you cut down the oxygen supply completely to it, it turns into a biochar. I have flooded enough water. Now the fire is completely down and the heat has got reduced. You can leave it as it is overnight. What I'm going to do is I'm taking water in a 5 gallon of bucket and dumping all this like a burnt wood into it. It will be a wise idea to choke it overnight in water. This is the amount of biochar which I was able to collect from this process. As you can see, the main difference between the charcoal and biochar is like a easily breakable. Once it is choked overnight, I'm going to let it dry for a couple of days. In fact, I dried my biochar for 4 days for it to remove moisture completely. I'm going to make this like a big chunks of biochar into a smooth powder using this blender. This is my whole blender which I use to make food for my wormbin. Run it for a couple of seconds so that all the big chunk of biochar can be turned into a smooth powder. By turning into powder, it will be easier for you to store it. You can also throw this powder to your vegetable bed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to my worm bin. By throwing this to my worm bin, it acts as a grate for the worm. As you know, the worm doesn't have a digestive glands, so this grate helps the food to get blend with this biochar, and the end product is a nutritious vermicompost. It adds so much good benefits to the soil. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit the like button and you can also share with your friends. Please subscribe to our channel so that you will get new updates as soon it is uploaded.